Hello everybody, Mesaturi here. Welcome to episode 1 of season 6 of the RLS Career Overhaul Mod Career Playthrough Thingy Majingy Awesomeness Deal. So a couple of things have kind of updated, changed and whatnot since last season. We have here the ability to select challenges to try to get through. So you can go from Drag Dream all the way down here. These are like the impossible level tiers. You get some different ones here like that. So we can select challenges. We can select our defaults or different starting maps here that we can start in. Of course, Utah, Italy, Hirochi. There's also the East Coast expansion deal, which I'll be looking into adding again here shortly. But I'm not really too sure. I'm like, should I select one of these? How does that work? I mean, yeah. Let's see. I think we'll just kind of leave the challenge deal and start a game without a challenge selected to kind of see what we get and see what it's kind of like. I was interested in doing that hardcore deal initially, but it was quite a challenge to continue through. Plus, with everything else that I had going on, it was kind of a bad timing. If I had a lot more free time and stuff, I definitely could knock through that and make some good progress. But this update also kind of happened a little quicker than I anticipated. So we're going to go ahead and load in. It sounds like we're somewhat near the racetrack at this point right now. I can hear some of that ambience going on. It's taken a little bit for the game to load because I have not loaded West Coast yet with the update and haven't seen anything like that. So there's some different changes, stuff like that going on. All right, we're finally getting on in, just taking a little bit longer than anticipated. Yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and at least get a start on into something here. So of course we're over in the Chinatown garage. So our location did eventually change. I think it's just like generic camera location or something. I'm not sure. Vehicle management and everything else like that is very unique. We've got 10,000 to start with, kind of a standard deal. Let's go take a look at the marketplace and let's see, we can go for filters and we can hit can afford. So that way we are only looking at vehicles that we can actually afford. And yeah, that should do pretty good. So like we got Belasco Auto and all these others here, we could take a look at ones that maybe we can afford. We can kind of pull the list. So I'm noticing probably just the UI itself, the new one. It kind of feels, I guess the best way for me to put it is spongy. I scroll, gotta wait a little bit of latency. Doesn't look like my filter is applying though. And how do I add that filter? I mean, there we go. Okay. Let's see what there is in the privates. So I do have some extra mods and everything different in here. We got the 1.6 SG Aeroback JDM manual Ibishu with 125 horsepower. It's got 191,000 miles, so it's nothing too crazy. 3,000 pounds for weight. Let's see, what does Trusted Auto have? I also have the Outlaw in here. I did play with that a little bit. I have a little bit of an issue, probably skill issue on my side, but I feel like it doesn't churn as well as it should. I mean, granted, all that I've rode had a motor on it like that would be between motorized bike and a 150cc moped. So, I mean, I really haven't actually rode a bike, but we've definitely got some others in here, and I'm kind of trying to think about saving a little bit of money so that way we can do something more along the lines of actually upgrading the vehicles and stuff from the start and getting some things going. Something that would do decent though with, oh my gosh, 221 horsepower. Not as much as I was hoping for the turbo, it looks like, for the Wendover here, but yeah, we can kind of see how that was being a little goofy there. And I guess we could see images that'll show us like what vehicles. So this would be the Corvette, and the, like, of course, we're not going to actually get a truck, but we can kind of take a look through. And I mean, I'm having a hard time deciding. This would be very interesting, but I don't think it's supposed to be a 2023. I think that's a little bit of an issue, but not a big deal. The Saga, I love the car. I actually have, there's an event, and I'm going to be working on a video coming up for that TOG event through the RLS server. and I'm running a Saga, and it seems to be doing very well. All-wheel drive and rear steer. I mean, that thing is just crazy good. But I got to do better myself. I got the Beta there. I mean, that has 2150. That's only 47 horsepower on it. I got a couple of the CS200s here. I do want to try to stick to a manual vehicle. We might just go with this guy, but only 39 horsepower. That just doesn't seem quite right. I don't know if that's just not reading right. Otherwise, the Saga isn't... I don't think it would be too bad of a deal. I know that there is that option for that, so... Let's see. Trusted Auto is... Let's just take a taxi. We're going to spend some money, but we'll go ahead. We'll get the Saga because that is going to be a pretty good starter car. Has a decent amount of space availability. I don't think we have the option to put in storage bins. I'm not remembering for sure. I mean, I was building a race car, so I wasn't interested in putting storage totes into it, but you could definitely take a look. Looks like I moved too far. There's an option now to negotiate the price, so I might try, say, putting in 6,900, and maybe we'll have to meet in the middle. I mean, I don't want to go too low and, you know, have any issue. It looks like its estimated market value is 4,500, so I might put in for 5,900. So we could choose our insurance for this. We got different brands of insurance now in here. Looks like all you got to do is hover over the arrows. It'll kind of move it. So we can go no insurance. And that would mean, of course, we'd have to take everything out of pocket. There would be no fixing the car, easy peasy. Otherwise, these three are kind of like low, medium, and high tier here. So 25% fuel discount. That sounds pretty decent for cars that especially are very inefficient on fuel. Otherwise, you get 3 free roadside assistances with this one and 1 accident forgiveness at renewals. But this seems like this would be fine. So we can select that option. We can hit negotiate price. So my initial offer, their asking price is $50.50. Let's see if we can pull 4,500. It's 2% under. Let's see. We don't. So what we want to do is we want to try to keep this patience kind of going. We don't want to ruin that either. So 47.50. Already we're getting 300 credits off. Let's see if we can just go to. It won't let me adjust how I would like necessarily. So I'd have to go a little bit at a time. So we can do 4,700. Let's try that. That'll be my last option to try. And this is just to kind of get that. So they're staying firm at 47.50. So we're just going to go for it. I don't want to push it down. On Jolly S. Oh. Interesting. So we got some different names, stuff like that. So we can go back to the purchase screen. And we can see we got it down 47.50, so that'll save us 300 credits to put towards our insurance. There's dealership fees and all that. Grand total is 7,200 credits. So not too bad. Not too bad. Let's go for it. We'll have a car that we can kind of do some stuff. We're going to have to start by going back over to the Chinatown garage. It is an automatic. But I think we'll be okay with that to start. The brakes seem to be working very well. I'm hardly even touching them. In fact, let's do one of these and we'll add, and then we can do it. I don't quite enjoy how this is laid out anymore because I was used to where everything is, but that's okay. So there we go. You guys can see the pedals axis is kind of a thing down there, so you guys can see how my driving is kind of going. I hear I'm sitting there thinking it's manual. So I went and shifted into second, so to speak. But yeah, the braking definitely can be dropped. Even my race edition went down to 90% brake force. Front rear ratios definitely something that we can eventually look into. Now, as far as speed limits, I do wish I could find that mod again, but last I seen it was completely removed. So there's nothing that'll actually Pull that up, and we got a really nice looking Pessima right there. And we'll just kind of cruise at 30, because I don't know what the speed limit is going to be, and I'm not really interested in going for a high-speed chase as of right now, even though that would be a decent way to get a little bit of cash in the pocket. I do want to hear from you guys. Let me know if you are interested in still seeing a lot of these vanilla missions and stuff, because that is a great way to start off with money. You basically got zero risk because you're just borrowing a car. It looks like they're also stopping right there for no reason, but that's okay. Yeah, there's no risk though with that. So, I mean, it's just do your best, make money, and profit. I mean, that's all there is to it. So I like to run those very early in the game. I might do kind of a side episode, and I'll just try and burn through as much as I can for a few. Looks like we got some pretty narrow tires, probably 195s, I'd imagine. But now we're stuck at another red light, and kind of better be cautious about that kind of stuff. There we go. Got a green light. And the Saga is also, as it says, VX4. That is a flat 4. I think this one is just front-wheel drive, but we can kind of play around with that. Maybe it is all-wheel drive. I mean, if it is, that's pretty good. I can definitely... Let's pause. Shift-C free cam. And if we go underneath the car here, kind of get it. We can see the exhaust there. And I think, yeah, we're just standard front-wheel drive, no rear-wheel drive. No, there is a drive shaft right there, isn't there? Yep, that is a drive shaft, differential. Okay, so rear-wheel drive confirmed. We're kind of dark in here. I do admit that it could be brighter. Now it looks like, yeah, we must be all-wheel drive. I mean, we can always take a look into the location and kind of see. This thing is struggling to get moving, though, on the uphill. We're definitely going to need to look into a transmission here. Because it is worn out and tired for sure. And I like this dash. The Digi Dash kind of... It's cool in its own way, but I feel like it's a little unrefined and could be fixed a little bit. But this is still decent here. So yeah, we'll definitely have to take a look into getting a hitch and some power, and then maybe go and pull some trailers. I've also got another interior cam mod that came with some of the career collection pack stuff, and with the different way that works. So I'm kind of interested to see how that looks, feels, and performs. It's kind of, my goodness, it's almost giving me motion sickness, and I don't really get that. I just about hit that wall. Come on. Yeah, this thing needs a manual transmission for sure. Automatics have their place, and it definitely wouldn't be too bad for hauling if we had the power, but we are probably losing so much power right now just with that. All right, and we'll hop on out. And back to this old deal. So now we've got different deals. Well, I think we can do a... I don't know if I really want to go for that. But let's see. Driver's abstract. What is that? Driver's score, distance, all that kind of stuff. So kind of goes into showing our insurance and everything. And of course, we can sell garages now. So if we ever are hurting for money and we've got a lot of garages, it's a potential. Not something I feel like I would do, but hard to say. Let's actually start cargo parts. Yeah, like I thought, there isn't anything for that, but we can definitely get a hitch in here. See, we're on 185/70s. They are standard tires. They should be okay. Go ahead and put in the tow hitch, though. So that'll get us that down there. Perfect. And then transmission, we got to see what we can do with that. So transaxle here, we got a 4-speed automatic. We could do a 5-speed manual for $300. Huh. Okay. Okay. That's pretty cheap. That's not bad. Let's go ahead and open up everything else here. And I'm kind of curious to just see. I mean, we've obviously got the standard naturally aspirated headers and all that kind of stuff in here that you can do. But so if we wanted to do a turbocharger, we'd have to do both this and the intake and the exhaust headers, kind of a deal. This for the intake and the exhaust headers. That's what I'm trying to say. So, I mean, it's one of those kind of difficult things. You only get 2 engines with the car. Kind of a letdown, but I get it at the same time. It's really all that it comes with, but that's okay. So we got that. Yeah, it's got a rear-wheel drive transfer case, but let's put in the hats. Maybe? Nope, we don't even have that much money. Is there an all-wheel drive we could do with viscous, maybe? Still can't afford that. Man, I really burnt up a lot of that money. So it has that. It has the option to be all-wheel drive. For some reason, though, we're just not going to get it for quite yet. So I guess we're going to have to deal with rear-wheel drive with having a front diff. Kind of a weird thing. Until we can get that done. I'll leave, differential, all that kind of stuff as it sits. We could probably just remove the rear seats for that little bit of weight savings, help us out. And we'll just buy that. So let's see now if we can find something to go and haul. We'll go ahead and take a look down at the dock, but I'm not too sure whether that'll work too well. That's much more lively now. Still not like a whole lot of power, but we're actually able to get moving. That steering really does turn in quick, too. I think I'm a little bit far ahead, I'm sorry. Now we gotta wait for our green arrow. I almost think I should just go straight through if it's green and take that opportunity. And since I use the left button, right button to change gears, you might notice in the top right as things kind of show up there. So I'll shift here and we can see a quick little blink there as I'm shifting. So I would have to hold that button to do that. And yeah. I doubt we're going to have anything here. Oh, now we got to do it. Oh, they made that a pain. Got a right button and Y. Okay, RBY. Cargo screen there letting us do that kind of stuff. So it looks like it just set us a random pin on the map when I hit A. But yeah, we don't have anything for trailer delivery. No. Just a curiosity there. And of course, as I said, it went and set us all the way over there for a marker. We don't need that. Go ahead and have the lights on just for the sake of being able to see here. Our dash a little better. And I'm just going to keep doing that. That's going to happen a lot. So until I get used to having to use a different button now to get into those things. Trailer deliveries. We got this one. It's got 1,000 kilograms. Ooh, that's going to be a lot of weight. And it's only 493 credits. Not really worth it. We have an enclosed trailer here, though, with some armchairs in there. And we'll go ahead and run that. Why not? That'll give us a good 1,000 or so more. Not much of an issue getting up and going. So I did notice with the last season, I was having an issue with the clutch. I think what that comes down to is just BeamNG and the way it handles auto clutch with the controller, at least. Maybe auto clutch all around, but I can verify for sure the controller. It seems like first gear, it likes to really hold that clutch out a long ways into the RPM band. So that's kind of where I almost need to make first gear be dummy. We are full throttle right now, just relying on our torque to try to get us up the hill. We're gonna go a little ways up. It definitely does not get up to speed very quickly. It is driving very differently, though, with the trailer. We can also see that left mirror is a little bit goofy. We kind of got a line in there. We got just this last red light to make it through before we can fully make it around. Gotta kind of watch this car because he might... Oh, he's turning right. Okay. Worried he might try and swing from that lane to going straight here. Gotta be kind of a little bit gentle too with the steering here. So that trailer back there. Just a bump. I don't think we even have anything damaged there. No. Or a three-way, I guess. The brakes, though, being a little extra are good for the towing, though. I will admit that. Is that blue car just gonna wait for me, or? Guess so. We're gonna go for it anyway. Full throttle. What do we got? Right button Y. Drop it off. There we go. So that gave us almost $2,000 in total, which is pretty nice. No detours, precision parking. Ooh. Okay, so if we actually park into the spot now, we get a little bit of a bonus for that as well. So definitely be a goal to do some parking like that. So now we got to go and see if we can find... Maybe actually, I'm going to turn left. Because I think we can go up to the Velasco City garage deal there. Traffic going a little bit slow here. We'll take my little shortcut and we'll kind of try and see how the car handles off-road. It doesn't seem to be doing too bad. I think we got some milestones too. Yeah, delivering a trailer. And of course, now that we're not on hardcore, we actually get the amount that it says here. Delivering any kind of cargo from one different facility to one different facility, and 1,000 on goods and services. So that helps us get a little bit more in the pocket. Ooh, 2,000, 5,000. Ooh. Okay, we got some goodies there. The milestones dot is still a bug. Career paths looks like we can go to milestones there as well, so kind of redundancy there. Trailer deliveries. Oh, 1,400 kilograms of planks for 1,600 credits. I don't know about that one for sure. It's got to go to, let's see, the quarry? The way it wants me to go, I think, is kind of the roundabout. So I think I can manage, because this isn't going to be very long if I take that off-road. It is going to be a little bit of a challenge, but I think we can do it. We're going to see this bottom end. Yep, it is completely bottomed out now. It's a good thing that's where all of the power is at. And we're not front-wheel drive. We're actually just rear-wheel drive, so not too bad. Try and get some speed up here as we get to the dirt. It's got a little bit of an uphill. Losing some speed. Sorry, I gotta kind of break on through. I wasn't able to stop by any means there. We already got a long distance driver. How nice. No blinker there, so I don't know which way they're going. Looks like we're going to be doing a big old burnout here. I had that camera still set out the window. Yeah, the gearing is pretty much unusable after second for towing, though. At least with the heavy loads, because we're so low in the RPM range there. Horrible precision parking. I was talking about we need to do better on that. Yeah, I'm slapping my desk too. Yeah, that's definitely an oops. We still gained positive on everything, so I mean, not bad, but it definitely could have been better. I doubt there's going to be any small trailer deliveries from here, but we can take a look and see. I do think I have an idea that could make this a little more challenging and interesting. It does look like we actually do. So the more expensive one, or the one that will reward us better, is 800 kilogram crate. So this will be a little bit lighter than the one we just took and should be a little bit more manageable. And this has got to go all the way into town to the industrial warehouse, so we'll be able to basically cut straight across here, hop onto the highway, and make a good little bit of time up there. Gotta remind myself, though, to think about my parking this time. Kind of get her to hold around 60. I think that'll be good. I think it's still 70 through here, but we'll take it a little easier here. Save a little bit on fuel. Clutch in, and we'll just kind of coast on up here. So we're doing like, what, 45? Yeah, I think that's still a little bit quick. I think 35 here. Use that parking brake to kind of hold us still a little bit. Even with the tire size we have, it's not like having an issue with being shoved around from the backside here. Brakes seem to be holding up okay so far. But yeah, that gearing, I think we can shorten that up a little bit or something. Definitely get into the all-wheel drive though here soon. In fact, we may be able to look into that after dropping this one off. We're up to about 35. We gotta go over here. Actually got the dockyards on that now. That's nice. We're not ready for that yet. Another horrible one, despite I mean, I wouldn't say that was horrible. It wasn't perfect, but maybe I gotta get the trailer into that location. I have to kind of think about how that's supposed to work. There's a little shortcut you can take to skip the lights. Now, I don't know if the cops will, the police will go ahead and get you or not, but it does work for skipping the lights, so. Yeah, then we can hop on out and let's see. I suppose what we'll have to start with is our drive ratio here. So rear suspension, rear differential, that is open. We're at a 427. And we need to go up to engine, transaxle, front differential is a 427 as well. So we'll be okay with putting that in. We can do a viscous one or the hats. I'm thinking let's put in the hats. It is a dynamic transaxle kind of system, so that's pretty good. That'll help out there. Tuning, let's see. What can we tune in here? I'm just curious. Yeah, we still don't get to see live wheel data, which I would really appreciate, or say being able to take it to a shop or something and have like a certain amount to pay and getting certain values that you're looking for. But that's okay. I suppose we could do a car meet. This is supposed to be at 10 a.m. We probably need, so if we go into here, yes, we need that. So sunrise plus an hour. Let's take a little bit off. There, let's go like that. 9:08 in the morning, so 10 a.m. is when we'll be needing to go. Kind of give us a boost in our vehicle and everything here. Might as well kind of start digging into some of these extra features. And it looks like it's taking a little bit, so must be some extra stuff going on in the background or something, or something's broken. And alrighty, so trying to get the day-night cycle seems to be something that is broken right now. Looked into the Discord after having to restart the game to get this up. Had to put my vehicle into storage and pull it back out to retrieve it. To actually have it here. Looks like somebody else had an issue with that too. So, unfortunately, day and night cycle does not look like that's going to be a thing we can play with right now. At least until something gets fixed with that. So, we're going to have to kind of see what else we can really do. I mean, there should be some new challenges, maybe? Let's take a look. So we got, let's see, the APM challenges, all of the standard stuff in here. Don't want to do that. So yeah, looks like we just got the standards here. There isn't anything new as of yet. So let's go ahead and maybe run another trailer or two, at least to help buffer the pockets a little bit here. And of course, get stuck and sit in traffic for a little while. Just like slowly crawling up. Get a little bit of hood cam here. Considering it's on 185 standard tires, I think it still handles pretty well, though. I did it again. Okay, we need to inspect. There we go. And let's see. We get another enclosed trailer with armchairs. There's open trailers as well, but they just don't seem to do as well. Maybe that's something that I have to buy as a trailer to do different delivery missions that way. There we go. Now we got it. No, we're really putting down the speed now. Yeah, now that we got that all-wheel drive, I'm gonna have to look into probably just limited slip. More power, maybe gearing as well, maybe. Oh, I'm speeding all right. So it's still 30 in town. Gotta go back into this view. I gotta probably pull that mod out or something here. Jeez. Yeah, we'll use him as something to kind of block that up a little bit. Where's your siren, sir? Wow, no siren on that guy. I don't think that's supposed to be that way. I mean, I'm gonna look in here, but because yeah, he's got a siren on. And now I'm stuck. And I've got a bumper in there. Oh, I've got another ticket. That bumper didn't get stuck, but that made no sense to me. There we go. Now we got rid of that bumper finally. Still pulling really heavy to the right there for some reason for a moment. Just gonna carry on like that didn't even happen. So yeah, we're This time I want to get away, thank you. And use your darn sirens. Like that. Yeah, that doesn't make sense. They definitely should have had their sirens on for that. I should not have just gotten a surprise. Here I am. Yes, I'm running away, and I probably could have done better in just stopping, but... It goes insurance premium, all kinds of stuff goes up. See, how did my parking get? Yeah, it's still horrible. So I don't know how I'm supposed to do that. Did manage to evade this time. I lost stuff on that one, though, because of how badly messed up everything. Oh my goodness, even my suspension up in the front there is all messed up. Ooh, this will be expensive. Yeah, it would cost us 2,500 credits just to tow back. Oh, ouchie. And I don't know how my suspension is like that in the front. That doesn't make any sense to me. I've never seen a car do that, where the whole front end is up high. I mean, unless the frame rails are like that. This is definitely going to be a challenge to try to drive this back. Yeah, I don't know what that is that's causing that issue. Nothing did really go that well for me here. That'd be $2,100. And we have, I mean, we have some money, definitely. Then we've got to figure what's it going to cost. And I mean, we're going to have to get it back here. I was thinking about driving it, but honestly, I feel like I'm going to start running into cars, have more issues. I'd have to make an insurance claim with a $500 deductible. Damage estimate is well over the value of the car. Oh my gosh. I can do an instant for 1,500 or wait a minute. Part of that. Private repair would cost 12 grand. We're gonna have to hit it. It's gonna hurt, but yeah, we're gonna have to do that. I'm wondering if... Let's see. Only got 5 grand in there, but let's add that and see if there's even anything at all. Yeah, all vehicles. We can get a bike and an off-road issue. As far as pricing goes, I don't know if I really have another vehicle slot. I don't know where to see that. It doesn't show it in here, does it? Yes, free inventory slots. It just pops down once I get that open. Okay, so we do have one that's free. We could look into doing a loan. I am honestly thinking what I will probably do in free time between episodes is just start running some of the missions, the vanilla ones, and probably just do some recording. Maybe raw gameplay style. Nothing for voiceovers or music or anything put in there. Just here's all the missions I ran. Because, I mean, I've done them so many times. They really haven't changed, and there's really not much point, in my opinion, to really show any more of that, because I'm sure a lot of you guys have gotten very tired and annoyed and worn out of seeing it over and over again. So, yeah. I would think that would be that, but, I mean, we're going to have to get my car back now that it's been repaired again. Maybe stop taking such heavy trailers. That's an idea. I kind of regret not getting something that has storage capabilities, but I think we're okay. Just kind of limited because I could only do trailers and general missions, but again, I think that's where I'm going to go. Maybe I should. Let's just do it. Let's try and find a cop and get ourselves into some trouble here. try actually running away. I know I'm pretty decent at driving, so... There we go. I just gotta watch out for those undercovers because it seems like they don't always want to turn on their sirens, even though they should. A little bit close there, but we got through. I'm gonna go this way. I think I will have a decent advantage if I can get off-road because I still have a stock suspension, so there should be some squishiness to it. It's just this gearing right now, but if we get more power, I might push it up a little bit, make it a little shorter, but I don't want to go too short either. Got 920 credits right there for that one. Perfect. That's all I wanted to do, just a little tap. I don't even really have a lot of power, but just pull away right away. Just gonna go behind him, but he's on the brakes already, so that didn't really work out. Reverse the rolls there a little bit. We got one straight ahead of me. Feels like I could learn to use the mini map. Take a speed boost, why not? Just really trying. Definitely got some ding scrapes and scratches on her, but nothing too serious as of yet. But I think we'll get some decent money going here. As long as this one is going already, should see a good few thousand at least. Surprised we're already over. Yeah, 2773. engine is starved of oil. That's not going to be good. I think that's just my cornering here. Oh no, I am out of oil. Not a good time for it. It's got like no power. Come on, baby, at least make it home. Oh, we can hear it knocking now. Run away on foot. Yeah, he's stuck there. I heard him coming, so I decided to start running, but straight into the wall, and I made another 1700. We can hear it from here. Oh, that poor car. Oh man, this poor car. It won't even start anymore. Hey, our time and day cycle is actually working now. Okay. Well then, what would it cost and what would it look like to have to do a repair right now? Yeah, our premium would get hit really bad. 1,602, but we've got 10,000 credits, so maybe if I do all those missions between, we'll be able to start off a little bit better. Let's see, Control-Shift-D. Hey, there we go. Now we can still change the time of day. Alright guys, I think that's going to be it for today's episode. If you enjoyed today's episode, make sure to hit the like button. If you want to see more BeamNG content, go ahead and subscribe. If you have any other opinions, topics, suggestions, ideas, comments, or things you want to talk about, go ahead and put those down in the description. But again, that's it for today, everybody. Take care, and bye-bye.